T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Well, a very good evening to each and every one of you joining me, Miss Belinda Scandal, for this week's episode of Your Manchester. Boy, have we got a sensational show lined up for you this evening. On the show today, we're going to be talking to the star of Waitress. That is the gorgeous Lucie Jones. We're also going to be talking with our lovely Mojo. We've got weather galore. We have also got a lovely little trip into the magical world of Disney and Bedknobs and Broomsticks. So that's all coming your way. But first... When a hot new doctor arrives in town, life gets complicated. With the support of her workmates, Becky and Dawn, Jenna overcomes the challenges she faces and finds that laughter, love and friendship can provide the perfect recipe for happiness. I am, of course, talking about the hit musical Waitress, so treat yourself to a slice of 5-star musical pie. Now, Lucie Jones joins us today. She's already appeared in so much, including, amongst others, Les Mis and Legally Blonde. She stars in this hit musical comedy alongside Busted's Matt Willis. It's on at the Opera House, Manchester, from the 8th of November until Saturday, the 20th of November. So welcome, Lucie. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
We are very much looking forward to this musical coming. It's done remarkably well all over the world, really, hasn't it? What do you think its success is?
Yeah, it really has. It's done amazingly. I think, one, the music is amazing. The music's written by Sarah Bareilles, who is a Grammy Award-winning, writer and artist. And so the music is very catchy and it's full of heart. But I think the main reason why people love it so much is that the characters that we're playing, they're not perfect. They're definitely flawed. They're very human. And they're going through things that we quite often see as the parallels to our lives, and whether they're not the exact same things, it's written in such a way that we really feel for these people and we feel like we are them. It's really done very well. It's really done well.
So what would you say for those that haven't seen this or are new to this? What would you say the story is? What would entice these people to come and watch this brilliant show?
Oh, I don't want to give too much away. It's one of those that I don't know anyone who's seen the show and hasn't liked it. Genuinely, I've got some very honest friends, let me tell you. And they all come and they love it. And even people who aren't into musicals will come and love it. It's very accessible. And like I say, it's very human. So I played Jenna, who's a waitress in a small town diner in South of America. So I get to talk like this all day. It's real lazy and I kind of like it. I really think it's like that kind of Matthew McConaughey, gorgeous kind of thing. It's so fun. I love doing it. And so I played Jenna, who is unfortunately in an abusive relationship. She finds out she's pregnant and she goes to see her gynecologist, and we watch what unfolds with that story. And I don't want to give too much away, because if you like the shock factor, then you will laugh, cry, dance, smile. It does everything for you that you want out of a show.
And big numbers in this, isn't there? Big numbers, but big numbers with heart. Every single one of them seems to have, not a message, because that sounds rather condescending, but a meaning and a purpose behind them.
Yeah, no, doesn't sound condescending at all, but it really is that way. And they've all got a real kind of thread. The thread through the show is very clear, and it clings everything together really nicely. The songs that I sing, probably my favorite songs that I've ever sung in any shows, and I'm definitely not the only one that feels that way.
I can hear the seagulls around you there. Whereabouts are you at the moment?
I'm in Eastbourne, and to get signal, I've opened my window.
Fair enough. That's Eastbourne for you. Of course, you won't have that problem when you come to Manchester. We have all the best high-tech things going here. And perhaps also suggest you a little coffee shop as well called Ezra and Gill that perhaps you could pop to. I thought I'd get that little promo in there. So it's a marvellous show. Now, what for you is the favourite song for you to perform within this show?
She Used to Be Mine is my favourite song in the show. It comes about halfway through Act 2. It's our like 11 o'clock number, if you will.
Yeah.
And it is, in my opinion, a perfect song. It's so well written, and it's a gift to sing. And there's not a dry eye in the house, including mine. Every time I sing it, I cry. It's just beautiful.
So this show still affects you then, with the story and everything then?
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I've been doing it on and off for about 2.5 years, and I still get to that point in the story. And I don't know if it's like I'm a woman, I'm a feminist. I've not been in a physically abusive relationship, or, you know, I don't want to say what she does, but like the other things that she does, I've not kind of done those things, but I really feel very connected with my character. And that sounds so cheesy, but I really do, because she's just a normal gal, and she's just dealing with stuff, and it's really human. I hate to say the word human again. I'm so boring, but I really do still feel it every single day when I do it.
This is what I mean by the way that some of these musicals these days are dressed up as a bit, you know, high tech, a bit modern, a bit, you know, a bit this. But this one, I have to say, I've done lots of research. I haven't seen it yet. I'm coming seeing it when you get here. But it is absolutely beautiful from what I've seen so far. And that song itself, well, that's up there now with the likes of Defying Gravity and On My Own, of course. So it gives you an idea where we are with this type of show.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. It's simply done. The show is simply done, and the set is very natural. We're in a diner, or we're in a house, or we're at a bus stop. You know, we're not like, I went to see Back to the Future at the weekend in London. It was incredible. And we are like the opposite end of the spectrum in terms of like light and pizzazz and spectacle in that way. But in terms of like the choreography and the natural like movement of the show and the way that things come on and off the stage, and it's just stunning. I honestly, I really mean it. Nobody has come to see the show and said to me, didn't love it. Do you know what I mean? It's real crowd pleaser. And
how long are you with the show for, Lucie?
I will be in the show until December. So I've got 5 or 6 more venues. And 2 of those weeks are in Manchester, which I'm really looking forward to.
Of course. Best place to be. Have you been to Manchester before? You're looking forward to anything particular doing in Manchester?
I have. I did Legally Blonde in Manchester and loved it. And I'm really looking forward to having a bit more time to explore the Northern Quarter.
Oh, yes.
I stayed there last time, but it was just kind of in and out. But I've got 2 weeks this time, bit more free time, and I'm a bit more comfortable. That Legally Blonde, I was at the start of my run. So I needed to kind of concentrate on what I was doing of an evening a little bit more than I do now. I've got a few more hours during the day to kind of be Lucie and just do my thing. So I'm really looking forward to it.
So we spoke to quite a few of our viewers, and they've asked us to ask you, and if you don't want to do it, just say I'm not doing it. But we would like just a couple of lines from that beautiful song that you did mention, if possible.
Oh, gosh. Okay. And it's not what I asked for. If I'm honest, I know I would give it all back for the chance to start over and rewrite an ending or two for the girl that I knew.
I mean,
to the show to hear the rest.
There, people, is the exact reason why you should book your tickets at the wonderful Opera House to go and watch Waitress. It's there from the 8th to the 20th of November. Make sure you go and watch it. For now, though, Lucie Jones, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Now then, when 3 orphaned Rawlins children are reluctantly evacuated from wartime London to live with the mysterious Engeltine Price. They have no idea what adventures lie ahead. Upon discovering Engeltine to be a trainee witch, they join forces to search for a secret spell that will defeat the enemy once and for all. Armed with an enchanted bedknob, a bewitched broomstick, and a magical flying bed, it sounds good, doesn't it? They encounter surprising new friendships on their journey from Portobello Road to the depths of the beautiful briny sea. It's time to enter the magical world of the fantasy Disney Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
Enter a world of magic and fantasy as Disney's classic movie Bedknobs and Broomsticks makes its world premiere as an exciting new stage musical. An enchanting production that promises to be a magical adventure for the whole family. It's time to start believing.
And one of the cast is joining us right here and right now. Now, we've got him on for a reason, everybody, because as well as being in Bedknobs and Broomsticks, this guy is literally an inspiration. So please welcome our lovely Mr. Rob Madge. Welcome, Rob. How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm very well. How are you?
Very lovely shirt there.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I've got... Hey, it's not, can't say words like that. It doesn't look anything like unexpensive. It looks gorgeous. Bedknobs and Broomsticks, who knew? I mean, we all knew you were slightly obsessed with Disney, as we've proven from the fact that you set up a Disney park in your own front room.
Oh, yeah, I did do that.
Yeah? It happened to us all. Yeah, I did the full show of Phantom of the Opera for my grandma. So we've all been there, Flower. Yes, we've all been there. I made a mask out of masking tape, which stuck to my face and hurt for a while. But anyway, Bedknobs and Broomsticks. Bedknobs and Broomsticks, tell us. This used to be a movie. It's now a musical. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, it's a brand new Disney musical adapted from the film. I think it came out in the 70s, the original film with Dame Angela Lansbury. And now they've turned it into a musical with brand new songs, some magical puppetry and amazing special effects. Really fun.
How do you go about taking something so heavily relying on special effects and put it on the stage? What can we expect?
So the magic is something that none of the audience can ever work out, and we're very proud of that. It's a lot of it is done with really cool stagecraft, with puppetry. We've got an amazing illusion team. People from the guys that did Harry Potter and the Cursed Child are the same people that are doing the Bedknobs magic. So you'll be in for a spectacular evening of how did they do that, I hope.
That's what I like. I like that. And who are you portraying in this then?
I play a role called Norton, a fish. And
a fish?
Norton, a fish. He's he's sort of the MC of the beautiful briny ballroom. So imagine Cabaret meets Phoenix Nights is what I'm going for.
Love it. That's basically sums up my CV. So it's exciting, and the songs, are they all staying? We got Beautiful Briny Sea.
We got Beautiful Briny Sea. We'll be bobbing along.
Portobello Road, that's in there as well.
Portobello Road, yeah, that's in there.
And there's a few new songs been added as well, I believe.
Yeah, there are some new songs. Neil Bartram and Brian Hill have written music and lyrics to go alongside the original Sherman Brothers score, and they blend in so seamlessly. They could be written by the same people. So there is new songs as well, and all the old classics.
So what's drawn you to doing this then? We obviously know you're a big fan of Disney. What's drawn you to being part of this sensational show? Well,
I actually wrote a musical of Bedknobs and Broomsticks when I was a child. I always thought it would be a great show, and I actually sent it off to Cameron Mackintosh and put it in a little jiffy bag, which he politely declined. So when they announced that the show was actually happening, I thought, well, thank God, where's my commission? So I'm glad that it's finally happened, and I just said to my agent I'd love to get an audition for it. And I got one, and then I got it, and I was chuffed. I think it's a long time in the making, this one. Yeah. So that's on with us for a few weeks now here at the Palace, and it's going to be a sensational one. But we can't let you go today without talking about your own wonderful social media activities. I mean, you're all over it, aren't you? I am literally everywhere. I'm riddled. Why? Why are you so passionate about doing all these videos? Well, it started in lockdown, really, because I had nothing else to do. Right. And I missed the connection that we had with an audience, and I love making people laugh. And it was just so hard to do that when, when you haven't got that audience, when it's taken away from you. So I just try to make people laugh on Twitter every now and then, and made some great friends out of it, and it's been great. And it's only the past year or so that it's really started for me, and I'm enjoying it. Just a giggle in it.
It is a giggle, but they're fantastic. I mean, you are quite an inspiration to a lot of people of our age demographic, shall we say, because it's clear to everybody that you've stuck with it and you stuck to your guns and you've worked your way through this industry known as show business. What would you suggest to people that want to get involved in show business, that are younger, that maybe a bit, getting a bit of grief, that want to be part of it?
Oh, well, all that grief that you might be getting is nonsense. All that matters is what you want to do. And if you really want to do it, it'll happen for you. Just work hard, keep going, try everything, try all the opportunities you can get. And you'll get somewhere. It's a great job to be in. I enjoy it.
It's amazing. Well, thank you so much for your time today. As always, just a legend, Mr. Madge, a legend.
And you. Thanks for having me.
We will catch up with you throughout the bottom of the beautiful Briny Sea very, very soon. A few years ago, our very own Caroline Whitehead discovered by accident that there was something quite not right about Wikipedia. Now, the information was factual. However, there were only 16% of the pages that were about women, and 90% of the editors were men. Women were being left out of history and the present. Now, she put a call out on Twitter and met several like-minded individuals, including wiki wizard Roger Bamkin.
Welcome to the Whitehead Files, a very special Whitehead Files, here in the actual parlour of Emmeline Pankhurst. We are at 60 to 62 Nelson Street, and we're in the Pankhurst Museum and the Pankhurst Centre. And I am with, this is what I call him, it's not his official title, I am with Wiki Wizard Roger Bamkin. Hello, Roger.
Hi, Carol.
And Roger is co-founder of Women in Red. Explain to us what Women in Red is, Roger.
It's an internal project within Wikipedia, one of the largest internal wiki projects, and it's been running for 6 years, and the raison d'etre for the group is to try and improve the percentage of women who are on Wikipedia.
But can I just say that Wales seems to have it right? It's almost 50-50 in the Welsh written Wikipedia.
It's over 50%. And what happened was the guy who's responsible for running it was concerned by the Women in Red issue, and he actually wrote a robot that wrote thousands and thousands of articles about women.
Wow.
So the good news is there's 50% women. The bad news is some of those articles are not really very convincing when you get hold of them. I don't think a lot of people don't realise that actually there is an edit button and anybody can use it.
Yeah, anybody can use it.
Yeah.
So what is the final word should we give to everybody in relation to editathons, improving wiki diversity? Final word from you, Roger.
I think the final word is the fact that this is a very, very large problem. We are never going to fix it in our lifetimes, but by working together we can mitigate it, and my grandchildren can actually, the boys and the girls can sit there and see the fact that there is more diversity in the world than maybe they see historically in their textbooks.
And let me just use an African phrase, if you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, we go together.
Well, there's a treat coming your way on the 29th to the 31st of October. It is the West Didsbury Comedy Festival, and it's going to be an absolute corker. It's going to be starring TV comedians, circuit legends, and brilliant rising stars. To talk about that now, please welcome our very own Kev Rock. How are you?
I'm very good, thanks. How are you?
I'm looking forward to seeing this wonderful weekend of entertainment. Explain to us what it's all about.
Yeah, so you did a great job in a nutshell there. Thanks very much for that. Yeah, you're exactly right. Over 3 days, 29th to the 31st of October in little leafy West Didsbury, we're bringing some of the biggest and best comedians in the UK to do some nice intimate shows for us.
So who do we expect to see there then?
Yeah, so we have got circuit legend Tony Law. I'm massively excited about that one. A bit of a cult figure on the comedy circuit, and as seen on Mock the Week and yeah, Have I Got News for You? Loads and loads of other great shows like that. We've got Glenn Moore from Mock the Week as well. He's a Edinburgh Comedy Award nominee. Matt Richardson, you might remember him from Extra Factor.
Yeah.
Was one show that he did, and he's an amazing stand-up as well. Laura Lex, Lauren Patterson, yeah, loads of people, but proper. They're all proper comedians.
So it's a full weekend. Is it running in the evening? Is it running in the daytime? How is it going to be working?
Yeah, so majority of the shows are nighttime, Friday, Saturday, and late Sunday afternoon into nighttime. But we have also on the Sunday got family shows that are on as well, from 12 o'clock midday. So they're for all ages, can come along to those. Really cheap as well. We're giving those away. They're just £3 a ticket.
Brilliant.
But just to get loads of people down, and again to see award-winning family comedians and Nutty Noah, who for any of your viewers who are big fans of Crackerjack, I'm sure they are. The new version they put on, not the old one.
Not the Stu Francis version back in the day. No. It sounds like it's going to be amazing. So it's a full weekend programmed in. You mentioned there some rising stars. Who are the rising stars that can be part of this?
Yeah, so what we do every festival, and really important to us with loads of our gigs, they're always amazing pro lineups with people off the telly, basically. But we also champion new acts coming through as well. So because of this, a couple of years ago, we actually started our own new comedian of the year competition. So we even managed to run that during COVID last year, because we did an online version of it with all the comedians performing remotely. And it shows the reach of doing stuff online, because we actually had about 35,000 people that watched the final of that live online last year, when we were all locked inside still. But this year we've been able to do the real version of it. So we've just finished last week the fourth heat of 4 to pick our new acts going through, and these are people that have been performing between 1 and 3 years, but my radar must have been on, because 2 of the acts that we've put through to the final just this week have got through to the BBC New Comedy Awards final themselves as well. So we've done some good scouting there. We've picked out some good people.
So it's going to be on in West Didsbury then. Whereabouts in West Didsbury will we be able to find these wonderful shows? How do we get involved in it?
Yeah, so we've got 3 venues that we're running this year. The cancelled version of it for 2020, we were 40 shows across 8 venues, and we'll get back to that in 2022. We're easing ourselves back in a little bit gently, shall we say, just to get over everything that has been going on. But yeah, so we're running in 3 venues: the Albert Club, the West Didsbury Club, and Wivey Public Hall Institute. They're all in or around Burton Road in West Didsbury. And I guess this is one of the great things, and kind of like the ethos behind the festival as well, is that these are like intimate venues, 100 people, 120 people max. And the acts that you'll be seeing, you normally sat in the Lowry, basically. You could be in row L or M, and that can be a fantastic experience. But this is like up close and personal with, as we said, some of the top people that you'd see at the biggest venues in the biggest clubs in the country.
It sounds terrific. How do people go about getting tickets for this?
Yeah, probably most people are on Facebook, aren't they? Or if not, a little Google search will do it for you. Facebook or Google, just type in West Didsbury Comedy Festival, and that will take you through to either our Facebook page or our website online, and all the links are on there. As I said, tickets start at £3, and there's student discounts for any students that are tuning in as well.
And plenty of beer and alcohol, I'm sure, alongside these fabulous comedy nights as well.
I'm going to save myself till the Sunday night, but I might partake at the end of the weekend, I think, yeah.
It's got to be done after all the hard work you've put in. It's definitely got to be done. For now, Kev Rock, thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Super. Thank you very much.
Right then, everybody, it's now time to zoom over to find out exactly what's on the box. Well, welcome to this week's On The Box with me, Ms. Belinda Scandal, and there's lots going on in the world of television at the moment. Now, the first one I want to talk about is Succession. Now, this is on Sky Max, and it's in its third season, but it's available on Catch Up. Now, the series centres on the Roy family, who are the owners of global media and entertainment companies. Now, the owner is declining in health, and his children are fighting over who is going to take over the company. The show has won many awards over the last few years, and if you haven't seen it before, it's well worth catching up on. Now, Squid Game is on Netflix, and this is the series that revolves around a contest in which 456 players are drawn from different walks of life, but are deeply in debt. Now, they play a series of different children's games in the hope that they will win a huge cash prize. But of course, there's a deadly penalty if they lose. It's become one of Netflix's most watched programs during its first 4 weeks from its launch, and it's attracted over 142 million viewers. So that's pretty amazing, isn't it? However, in the world of television, everybody, soap fans have been sent into a frenzy as Corrie, EastEnders, Emmerdale and Hollyoaks have revealed a crossover storyline to highlight the impact of climate change. Now, the scenes have already been filmed, and this will see popular rival characters pop up in other programmes, which is great. Now, the crossover begins on November the 1st, and that's the week that the world leaders meet to discuss climate change. So it's all very, very exciting. Well, that's it for On The Box. Stay stronger together. Okay, everybody, it's now time to get your mojo in place, everybody, as we bring in now a minute of mojo.
It's Jo Britton, your personal performance coach, here for another minute of mojo. If you're in a funk at the moment, there is one phrase that is guaranteed to steal your mojo. And it's something that we say to ourselves so automatically without even thinking about it, but it keeps us stuck. And it's I can't get motivated, I can't get a job, I can't lose weight, I can't find clients for my business. Catch yourself saying it and instead open up your inner Einstein genius who loves to solve problems and get creative by asking yourself a different question instead, and it's how could I? How could I get motivated? How could I find more clients for my business? How could I start losing weight? You will be amazed at how much more energy and motivation you get when you use this technique. I'll be back next time for another minute of mojo.
Well, everybody, we have got something special for you now. Yes, indeed. You might know him as our weatherman. However, he is more than that to us. He is our legend here at Your Manchester. So please, let's welcome him on his birthday, Mr. Paul Rudd. Welcome. How are you?
Hello, I'm very well. How are you?
Are you having a good birthday, Flower?
Oh, do you know what? I'm having such a fantastic time. I've had so many messages and cards. It's just been truly amazing.
Now, we wanted to get in contact with you because you've had a sort of really big story arc with us here at Your Manchester. Obviously, you were somebody that followed us for a while, and then you wanted to be part of the show. Now, perhaps explain to us why you wanted to be part of our show.
Oh, I love the show so much, and I was a big fan, and I watched it every week, and I just wanted to be part of the Your Manchester team, the Your Manchester family.
Your weather reports for Your Manchester are now synonymous all around Manchester. I believe you've been stopped a few times for autographs and things. How's that been for you?
I have. Oh, it's just everyone's so lovely. And it was like the other day, someone stopped me and said, "When's the rain actually going to stop?" And I said, "It will do. It will do at some point. I promise."
So looking forward to some good weather then. So in the meantime, we're going to cut to your VT now. As we say, it's now time, everybody, for the weather.
Hello my lovely weather watchers and welcome to this week's weather forecast with me, Paul Rudd. And it's my 40th birthday tomorrow. I am celebrating in style. I've got my non-alcoholic drink and let's see what the weather has in store for us this week. Let's have a look in the crystal ball. Thursday is looking sunny, cloudy with rain. So that means it's going to be cold with bright spells and a few showers with the temperatures of 12 degrees. Friday is looking sunny and cloudy with the temperatures of 11 degrees. That means mostly dry, largely cloudy and quite cold. So get your coats on. And as we party on through to the weekend right now, Saturday and Sunday is looking cloudy. Saturday with the temperatures of 13 degrees and Sunday with the temperatures of 14 degrees. But the low pressure is likely to bring wet and windy conditions. So don't forget to get wrapped up warm. And that's it for this week's weather. Do join me again next week. And cheers everyone to my birthday tomorrow, 40 tomorrow. And it's now time to hand over back to the studio for this week's brilliant episode of Your Manchester.
Well, we did promise you a fantastic show, and boy, oh boy, have we done that. Now, next week, we've got something really, really special for you. That's right. We are checking the world of the ghosties and ghoulies. Now, if Brandon was here, he'd probably dwell on one of them. However, we're going to focus on the ghosts, everybody, as we take you to a lovely place called Odsal Hall. It's live next Wednesday, only on Your Manchester.